Hey, Dave from CHAPS. Been asked a lot of questions and things to redo. One was now a topic I've covered in a few videos, but I'm just going to make an isolated video for it, and I'm going to do it in this funky infrared. Night vision. A lot of people say, why do you investigate at night? So it's true. I mean, like realistically, there's no necessary call for it because, evidence being as it is, daytime is fine. We've caught evidence in the daytime in certain places that have claims in the daytime. Most people's claims are in the nighttime, but it is what it is. Daytime, nighttime shouldn't matter. And there are teams out there that are hyper focused on doing daytime investigations to strictly go against the going at nighttime. But I'm going to talk about it so you understand there's logistical reasons why we do it. Simple point. Your senses are different at night. When you're doing an investigation, your vision isn't what's primary, and your hearing and your sensations is really what works. Now, realistically, when I look at that topic, that can also be bad because you can be oversensitive to it. Example one, there was an investigation we did at the West Virginia State Penitentiary. During the daytime and the day tour, the place is a prison. It's creepy and it sucks, but it's a definitely different feeling than it is at night. So some people are going to be a little more hypersensitive to things that just happen. But a mature team should be able to get over that. Second point is, let's have a look. There's less noise at night, less ambient noise, less cars driving up and down the road. There's less mechanical things going on, and all that. So that's just a good thing, flat out. It's just a more stable time to do this. Let's have a look. Also, we want to look at night vision. Night vision's one. Why use that night vision? Well, because it would be dark as hell if you didn't. But now that you do use night vision, the simple fact with night vision is you have a good contrasting background image. A certain shadow will show up differently. But it also leads to false positives, so experienced team should realize that orbs being around a room is just dust being tossed around, because they show up more in night vision too. But again, combine the night vision that's going to see things like shadows, possible, contrasted easily, and your senses being what they are. You might not see it then, but you may see it later on video. And also at night vision, it's easier to depict like a mouth movement. As you can see, I'm talking right now. Whereas in the daytime, you're facing it more on just an eye vision aspect. So we film in the third person. So if there's an audio that would happen right now, say I'm doing an audio session, you're going to hear that audio and you're going to see what I'm saying. And maybe if I made a noise with my mouth or something like that, that would affect things. Probably logistics is another big thing. To be honest, night, most times Saturdays, because most people work during the day. That's really kind of the first primary reason. I don't know why. I had a gentleman confront me at a one-on-one I was teaching about night vision, investigating at night. And I just kind of say, well, I work during the day. Everybody else, the majority of the team works during the day. So this is the time we have to do it. And realistically, if we're doing it at our own cost, and I don't charge people for it, then guess what? Night's night, okay? And really, and I want to make sure I don't miss any. Yeah, got that point. Yeah, got that point. Last easy point. It's cooler. No, physically it's cooler, and that's nice because you're not fogging up cameras and stuff like that. But where again, people do this for free, and we travel distance to do it. And you do a place like a prison, and you want to do it at night. It's cooler for the client. Cooler, more. It's neat. I don't know what word I want to use. It's more funky. I think this sounds like a stupid reason, but it's a real reason because there's passion that we put into this, and if we're going to go drive 2 hours to do someplace for free. And make the best of it. Of course, we want to do it at night because that's kind of like our payback, right? If it's dark and something happens and it's neat and we can follow and whatever, but it's in the right setting, then awesome, cool. Nobody says cool during the daytime when something happens. They just say, oh, something fell off the shelf. At nighttime, it could be something. It's just cool factor. That's just that, right? If you watch, and we've done investigations of jails not during the daytime, and it's just it just doesn't have the same feeling. You're almost like, you're just not as into it. And if you're not just as into it, then you're probably not going to put more effort into it. So the dark is the dark. It is what it is. And, it is why we do it in the dark. And there's really 5 simple reasons why we do it in the dark. That's it. It's not really a lot more to explain than that. Some places you should make sure, you have permission to go before you go to the dark, because you might get hurt and stumble over things. Always be careful. And some places like graveyards and stuff don't really appreciate you going there in the dark, but people do. So for legal purposes, sometimes investigating during the day is good. Always good to do a tour during the day, so you have an idea of what proper pitfalls might be there and problems. Nighttime seems to be the best, and it's not just because it's cool. It's what they do on TV. But hey, if you're watching a TV show and they're investigating during the day versus during the night, be honest, you're probably going to be more interested in watching the show that has investigation during the night. Unless you're one of those people that has to argue things just by virtue. But that's it. It's really not a big deal. It's pretty basic. Be good. Keep COVID clean. And hopefully we're all investigating in the dark very soon.